I thought I'd just give you guys a little close-up of the look before we jump into the introduction. Hey beauties, it's Court. Welcome back to my channel. I am so excited for today's video. Today I am bringing you a tutorial with the brand new peanut butter and jelly palette from Too Faced. This palette is absolutely gorgeous. It is a beautiful warm tone palette, and then it has a nice little pop of color in there with the purple. Now, I filmed a first impression on this video. Hated how the look turned out because I wanted this color jelly up here to be the star of the show. Once you get it on your eyes, it's not that great. I did use all the other shades in here though, except the other purple, so you'll get to see how they perform on the eyes. Really excited about the way this turned out. I've been wearing this look nonstop for like the past 4 days. The last 4 times I wore makeup, I did this exact look. I love it so much. The lip that I have on with it goes with it phenomenally. This is the first time I've worn this, and the pair goes perfectly together. So without any further ado, if you guys want to see how I got this look right here, keep your cute little ass right where it's at. Okay guys, so we're going to jump right into it. I do have my foundation and my concealer already on because I just filmed a foundation routine video. If that goes up before this does, that will be linked in the description if you're interested to see the steps that I took to get up to this point. So normally, always, this is how my routine goes. I do my foundation and my concealer, and then I go right into my eyes. And today, obviously, we're going to be using the peanut butter jelly palette. Peanut butter jelly, peanut butter jelly, peanut butter jelly, peanut butter jelly, peanut butter jelly with a baseball bat, peanut butter jelly. I'm fixing to get a black eye over here. All right, so to cut down on a little bit of time, I am going to do one eye first, and then I'm just going to show you guys the other eye as I do it. Okay, this isn't my favorite primer, but in honor of using a Too Faced palette, we're going to go ahead and use the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. Yeah, I'm just going to put a little bit on my fingertip and just dab it in. Ew, it's like leaky. What the fuck? Okay, so now jumping into the palette, we're going to go ahead and use this white shade right here that's on the bottom, and I'm just going to set the eyeshadow base. Now, if you're a little bit more of a deeper skin tone than me, you can go ahead and use this shade right here, which is more of a peach tone, but since I'm so fair, I'm actually going to use that as a transition and use the white one to set the base. You always want to set your eyeshadow base because it's a lot easier to blend powder on top of powder as opposed to trying to blend out your crease and your transition with, you know, with a tacky surface underneath. Now I'm going to take this No Name Bamboo brush. You guys know this is my favorite transition brush, and I'm going to go into that shade that I showed you, this peach shade right here, and I'm going to use it as my first transition shade. After that, I'm going to take this Morphe M433 brush. It's just a nice little blending brush like the 217, and I'm going to dip into the shade Peanut Butter, which is right here, and I'm going to put that in my crease. Kind of like as a second transition, first crease kind of thing. Now I am taking this one all the way in and up a little bit higher because like I said, this is acting as kind of like a second transition color. This isn't the crease shade. Now for the crease shade, I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. crease brush. This is a really good brush for laying down your crease colors, especially if you have deep set or hooded eyes and you don't have a lot of space to work with and you want to get it down like really precise. Not that I don't have a lot of space to work with, but if you just want a very precise application, this is a very good brush for it. I'm going to go to this shade in the bottom of the palette. It's called Nuts About You, and it's probably my favorite shade in the whole palette. It's absolutely stunning. So I'm just going to dip my crease brush in right on the tip, tap it off a bit, and then just go right. I'm concentrating this more on the outer portion of the crease. Now you can see I'm only dragging the brush in to the center of my crease. I'm not taking it all the way over. You can see on this side it kind of stops in the center as well and just blends into the second transition shade. Now I'm going to go in with my Morphe M441 and I'm just going to blend out the edges a little bit. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm still getting used to the up close kind of thing, so it's hard for me to stay in frame. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and highlight. And since I am so fair, the white shade in the palette actually isn't bright enough for me because I like a really bright inner corner and brow bone highlight. If you're a little bit deeper than me, you can definitely use that white shade. It's a beautiful white matte. But I'm going to go ahead and dip into the highlighter that I plan on using on my face and use that on my inner corner and my brow bone. I find a lot of times if a palette doesn't have a highlight shade that I like, I'll just use the highlight that I'm going to use that day, and it just kind of makes the look very nice and cohesive, and it just kind of blends and meshes well together. So I'm going to go ahead and dip into my Anastasia Glow Kit into the shade Crushed Pearl, and I'm going to use that on my inner corner and a little bit on my brow bone. I had to show it to you. It's just so fucking pretty. This one, what is it? Hard Candy? Is it this one? Look at that. That's a fucking duochrome highlight. How gorgeous is that? Okay, and this is the one we're going to use. Sorry, I just got this palette, so I'm like obsessing over it. My brush is a little bit damp too, this little pointy brush right here, which I love, by the way. It's the E36. It's the best inner corner highlight brush ever. From Morphe, of coursey. I'm going to take this brush from Wet n Wild. They don't have names on them, but it's just like a shader brush, and I'm going to use the same shade, and I'm going to highlight my brow bone with it. So to blend that together a little better, I'm just going to go back in with this transition brush that I used. I'm not going to add any more product to it. I'm just going to blend the transition in with the highlight a little more. Okay, I'm going to back up a little bit for this part. This is my favorite part. When I first got this palette, the shade Bananas did absolutely nothing for me. I was not impressed by it whatsoever until I put it on my eyes. This shade is beautiful, and I actually am going to wet my brush with a little bit of Fix Plus and then dip it in there. Wait till you guys see this. It's beautiful. You can see it on this eye already, but wait till you see it apply. It's so gorgeous. And I'm not the biggest fan of dipping a wet brush into my eyeshadows because it can ruin a lot of eyeshadows. Some of them can handle it, but a lot of them will ruin it. So I actually just concentrate it right in this one part over here, so that way I won't ruin the rest of the brush. Can you guys hear my daughter screaming in the background? She's like psychotic. Oh my God, look how gorgeous. Isn't that just beautiful? I love eyeshadows that surprise me. I love it when it doesn't look like nothing in the pan, and then I put it on my eyes and I'm like, holy shit, that's gorgeous. Stunning. It's just gorgeous. I mean, look at it. Look at the colors in this palette. How can you like deny yourself this? You need this palette. Please do yourself a favor and go get it. Really hope we're focused. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we are going to tap into Peanut Brittle, which is this one right here. And I'm going to use my Morphe B18 brush. This is just kind of like a tapered pencil brush almost. And we're going to put this on the outer corner of the lid. This shadow can tend to have a little bit of fallout, so you do want to be careful and kind of press it onto your lid before you start dragging it around. It's so pretty though. This is one... Peanut Brittle is to medium to deep skin what Banana, which is what I used on the lid, is to fair skin. Like this would be the most gorgeous all over the lid color on medium or deeper skin. We're just going to kind of blend that in with the Banana shade. See how easily that blended? Literally, I went like this, and they're just meshing together as one beautiful gradient color. You can see I did get quite a bit of fallout when I started blending all right down here. So I'm just going to take a fan brush and wipe that off. Now the last part is definitely optional. You don't have to do this, but I'm going to add a little bit of color on my lower lash line. I just feel like it helps the whole eye kind of blend together a little bit better. So first I'm going to go into Nuts About You, and I'm going to use my Luxie 221 flat definer brush. Look at this thing. Oh my God, it's amazing. And I'm going to concentrate the Nuts About You color on the outer part of my lashes. I'm barely going to bring it halfway in, just to like right here. Now going into Peanut Butter, which is this lighter one up here. I'm going to not wipe my brush off so that way it can get a little bit of the darkness from Nuts About You. And I'm going to take that the rest of the way in on the lower lash line. Now I'm going to dip into this lighter peach shade right here with the same brush and use this to blend those two colors out a little bit. I am going to wipe it off before I do that. So that's it for the eyeshadow. I'm going to zoom you guys out and I'm going to finish up the rest of my makeup. All right, guys, now I'm going to do my mascara. I'm going to be using the CoverGirl Plumpify. I am applying lashes today. We'll see what kind of shit show that turns into when I try and do it on camera. So before I apply lashes, I'm not used to doing everything backwards like this. Normally I have a different routine, but since I had done one eye first, I kind of did like the whole thing. Normally I wouldn't do mascara and I would just go ahead and finish the rest of my face and then do mascara after I do all my powder products, but I just got fucked up and added mascara first. Not a big deal. Let's move on. Gonna use my Shade and Light Contour Kit. I'm gonna use this middle shade right here and I'm just gonna kind of bronze with it a little bit. I don't want nothing too harsh or too crazy. And then, like I said, for highlight, I'm going to go into my Anastasia Glow Kit. This is the one in Gleam. So I think what I'm actually going to do is try and mix Crushed Pearl and Hard Candy. These two right here. This one and this one. I'm going to lay down a Hard Candy first and then go over it with Soft Pearl, Crushed Pearl, whatever the pearl necklace. Oh my God, this is so cool. Oh, this is beautiful. I don't know how well you guys can see the effect on camera, but it's definitely duochrome. That's so neat. I actually want to put all four of them on my face just because it's new and I want to bathe myself in it, but I'm going to refrain from doing that. Wow, this color is really bright. I'm actually just going to use Crushed Pearl for the tip of my nose and my Cupid's bow. Kind of overdid it. Had to go over it with my beauty blender. You guys, I love this already. This is awesome. And the pans in it are huge, dude. You get 10 enormous highlighters. I think it's only 40 bucks. So they're 10 bucks a piece. That's drugstore prices. The blush I'm going to use is from my Sephora Ombre Obsession palette. Look at this thing. This is actually also a really beautiful highlight. I forgot this was in here. I'm going to throw this in my inner corners real quick. There we go. Can you see the difference? I put it on this side and not this one yet. So I'm going to take this blush brush from Visanti, and I'm going to dip into, I think I'm going to mix together this one right here and this lighter one next to it, like this deeper part of this one and then just this one. We'll see what happens. I'm going to put the deeper one on the back of my cheeks. Oh, that's a lot. And then I'm going to put the lighter one on my apples. That's pretty. It's a little bit much, but it's pretty. Really like the combination of those two together. Now I'm just going to take my Real Techniques powder brush and I'm just going to blend everything all together. Right, now I'm just going to do my brows real quick. You guys are always asking me what the purple that I use for my brows is, and it's actually not in this palette. Shit, I grabbed the wrong palette. This is the World Traveler, and I meant to grab the Self-Made. The Self-Made palette has a purple shadow in the bottom corner right here, and that's what I usually use. But I'm going to go ahead and make one of these work. Actually, I think what I'm going to do is just use... I think I'm going to use Morocco, this really warm brown right here. I think it'll tie in nicely with the look. I'm just going to really speed through this because I plan on uploading a new, that's not a spoolie. I plan on uploading, Jesus, a updated brow routine with the purple brows. I really like the way this is turning out using this Morocco shade in my brows. I love a nice warm brow. Set my brows with my clear brow gel. Okay, brows are done. Now you're going to want to go in with your setting spray before you do your mascara, but of course, I effed up. So I'm going to be using the Pixie Makeup Fixing Mist. I don't know how I feel about this yet. I'm still trying it out. I do love the way it smells. And the mist could be a little bit finer. It leaves some large droplets on my face, but nothing that like drips and ruins my makeup or anything like that. I love the Fix Plus mist. It's my favorite. It's so light and airy and it just feels amazing on your face. Now the eyelashes that I'm going to attempt to put on camera, they're actually shorter than my natural lashes, but they just add a little bit of volume. I know you can see the difference between this eye and this eye. This one's just a little bit more voluminous. So it makes them kind of evened out because I do have a little, you know, like sparse areas in my lashes. So these kind of help to just build them up a little bit. These are from Salon Perfect and they're the perfectly natural ones. So it would come like whatever. Now, I am a moron when it comes to putting on lashes. Like, I suck at it. So, for me to be able to get them on and them look decent is a hell of an accomplishment for me. I'm just measuring them right now. But if you guys want a video, I can show you what really clicked for me. Like, what kind of steps and certain things like details that people left out, or you know, like some tutorials will tell you one thing, some tutorials will tell you another, but they won't tell you one. And it's just I picked up little different tips and tricks from all kinds of tutorials to help me learn how to do it. So if you guys want a video on how I do it, let me know. I'm gonna use the Revlon glue. This is my favorite. Now, while I'm letting that dry a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and start lining my lips. This is a Lord & Berry lip liner. I got this in a subscription something, and it's in the shade Nude 3035, and it's like the perfect lip liner for every warm lipstick ever. Definitely going to have to clean up my lip line a little bit, but now I'm going to put my lashes on. So I'm actually going to use tweezers because I just feel like it right now. I cut them a little too short, but that's okay. Now I'm just going to let them sit on there for a minute, and I'm going to finish my lips. Now that my lips are lined, I am so excited to use this. This is one of the new Ultra Satin Lips from ColourPop. This is in the shade Frick and Frack, and I just feel like it would look perfect with this look. Amber sent this to me. She sent me 4 of them. The colors are amazing. I had it on my lips for a little while earlier, so I don't know how I feel about it yet, but first impression, I really think I'm going to like them. Oh my God, you guys, this color is beautiful. Wow. You guys, I love this color. Look at this. With this look, it's perfect, right? Oh my God, it's so beautiful. I'm really happy with the way this came out. All right, guys, so that's going to do it for my peanut butter and jelly tutorial. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thumbs up if you like tutorials. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know, do you like this look? Do you not like this look? Are you a stupid hate and troll bitch and you're going to give me a thumbs down? Let me know why in the comments. That way I can make my videos better and maybe you'll end up giving it a thumbs up in the future. I love you guys so damn much. Please subscribe if you haven't and I will see you in my next video. Mwah.